Hi, my name is Wendy, and I want to talk to you a little bit about, I want to talk about the things that are important to me and the things that I've found. I am 50 years old and I am learning so much about myself and paying attention to myself and the things that I need. You can see me. Is there anything about what you see that says what everybody else is doing works for me? So, the workplace wasn't working for me. What everybody else was doing wasn't working for me. I never held a job for more than 2 years. Yes, I have bipolar disorder, and that is one of the classic symptoms, but I think it was more than that. I love helping people. I always have, from the time I was a kid. I needed to help people and make a difference. That's where my heart was. That's the thing that made life good. But I'm socially awkward. I wasn't, my home life didn't contribute to learning how to communicate and things like that. So around about 2004, I was an area supervisor, and I was doing all of the things that I was supposed to do. I was just like them, and then the reason that they hired me, the results that I was providing wasn't enough. I needed to start dressing a certain way, and I needed to start doing my hair and wearing makeup a certain way. It was almost like, how many times have we run into it? My skills, your skills, get disregarded because of how you look. That there's something that is just so brutally insulting about that. And the thing is that work environment wasn't working for me anyway. I was on the road constantly, and if you look at the food that you eat while you're on the road, the portions are massive, and the quick food doesn't. It was bad. It was killing me. I honestly believe at the time I had diabetes and it just hadn't been diagnosed yet. So what ended up happening is I lost my job. And again, this one I had kept for, well, I had been with the company since 2000 or so. So, and so 4 years, that was nearly a record for me. So I was talking to my friend Bartra, and we both were in that place of brick and mortar buildings weren't working for us. What everybody was doing wasn't working for us, and we wanted to work from home. We couldn't deal with the general, the politics and all of that stuff, all that crap. I couldn't anymore. So we researched. We researched groups that know about working from home, and that talked about what ones are scams and what ones aren't. Rat Race Rebellion is a good place to go. I think Workplace Like Mom was one of our major resources back then in 2004. And we found companies. I started working for Cloud 10, and I was able to do that thing that I love. I was able to do customer service and help people. I was able to do tech support. I love tinkering with gadgets and helping people tinker with their gadgets. And I've been working from home ever since. I've told people, and I honestly believe, that the workforce has been changing for a while now and migrating towards remote working. So with that, it just makes sense. If a company doesn't have to worry about maintaining a building, and the liability insurance that goes with that, the heating and the cooling and the equipment, and interpersonal relationships in the office, all of those things, if they don't have to worry about that, that affects their bottom line. So remote workers made a lot of sense. If you can make your employees, or give your employees, put it in their ball court that they're responsible for their equipment and their safety and their relationships, and then why wouldn't a company do that? COVID has just accelerated what was already happening. So whether it's because what everybody else is doing doesn't work for you, or because COVID has taken your job, or some other circumstance, your mental health or your physical health or your disability has taken away your ability to work in a workforce in an environment that it isn't working for you, then working from home is a fantastic opportunity. I'm going to do a video strictly and completely about working from home, and I'm going to provide for you the resources that I have. And so if you're in that spot, I want to help. Okay. All right. So the second thing that I want to talk to you about, again, breaking the rules, doing it different, is your health and your body and weight loss. At one point, when I finally, I don't remember why, I got on the scale, my highest weight that was recorded was 298. And I know, just based on what my body did and how I was feeling, that I breached 300. Absolutely certain of it. Back in, I think it was May of 2019. I was at 278.6, I think it was. And there's things that changed, and I started being more aware of the things that I was doing and the things that I was saying. And again, things that were not working for me. I spent so many years in desperation, and I've done Weight Watchers and Tops and Nutrisystem, and I talked to Jenny Craig. That heifer told me I needed to be 98 pounds. Really? You're starting out at nearly 300 pounds, and you give me a number like 98 pounds and expect me to believe it? Expect me to feel like that's possible? That's not going to work. I've done what in essence was keto. I was working for over a year towards having gastric bypass, and I've taken, I don't know, I've done fen-phen, if you remember that whole thing. And even after it came out that it was dangerous, I did it again. And Phentermin's still on the market, and it's dangerous. And so I've taken all sorts of pills. I've spent hundreds of dollars on pills and exercise and diets, and does it look like it's working? But let me tell you something. In February of this year, I weighed 203 pounds. That's pretty close to 100 lost. And I didn't diet. I didn't take one pill. I didn't have surgery. And to tell you the truth, I really didn't exercise much. So what changed? We've been going through some financial stuff. So I set some rules for myself. Well, no, let's back up a minute. Before that, I started focusing, because of an app I was using, Nourishly, and again, I'm going to do a video about that. The only thing I focused on was eating 5 and 6 times a day. That's it. Did I make a little bit better choices? Yeah, I had a slice of cake instead of half the damn cake, and maybe I had a medium fry instead of a large, or whatever, but that wasn't my focus. My focus was eating 5 times a day, because that's what this app was about. It wasn't about counting calories or portions or anything else. It was about, hey, did you eat today? What'd you eat? Why don't you eat again here in a couple hours? And it was amazing. That changed things for me. My blood sugar started leveling out. and I started losing weight. And I didn't understand it, but the thing is, the principle of the thing is that if you eat frequently, you're not going to get so hungry that you're going to binge. So eating real food, giving your body what it needs. If your body hates kale, if you're allergic to fish, if you don't like it, don't eat it. Eat what you like. Do something that makes you feel good, that you're not going to feel guilty about, and you're not going to hate yourself for. If you're going to feel bad for eating 18 donuts, then don't do it. If you're going to feel bad for kicking your mom, then don't do it. If you're going to feel guilty and struggle and be miserable because you bought that Ferrari, don't do it. Take it for a test drive. Go back next week and take it for a test drive again. Feel sassy about it if you want to. Be happy because you're not making that payment, but you're still driving a Ferrari. You do that. For a while, I was kicking this message of just do one thing. Do one thing that makes you happy. And my thing was cheap lip gloss. I would go down to Walmart and spend $1.19 on Wet n Wild cheap lip gloss, and girl, it made me happy. I wasn't I wasn't in a place where I wanted to spend an hour or 2 hours doing my hair and putting on foundation, putting on primer, and putting on. Oh, good God! Just do one thing. I know you're busy. You got work. You got children. You got mortgage. You got things going on. But you have time to pick up a tube of lip gloss and wear lip gloss if that's what you want to do. If that's the one thing that makes you feel good, it's not going to take but 15 seconds out of your day, and you did something for you. If you take care of yourself, that's one less thing the people that love you and care about you have to do. That's just the way it is. So I'm back up to 222. So I need to go back to where I started and break the rules. So I'm going to do another video also about weight loss and what I did. And right now there's a lot of things I'm doing. I want to show you what I do with my food. Eat cheap, eat pretty, eat real food. That's my rules, you know. That's what works for me, and maybe it'll work for you. I don't know. But I'd rather buy a bag of potatoes and a bag of apples than spend $150 on a bottle of pills for $19.95 this month and $40 every month for the rest of my life. I would rather eat a slice of cheesecake and be happy about it because it's something that I love, and learn how to be okay with not eating 3 slices. I would rather do that than damage my body with, I would rather do that than be desperate. I would rather do that than put myself in a place that I feel like, a place where I'm going to be doing things that I don't like and that don't make me happy, which means that I'm going to stop doing, and I'm going to go right back to where I was because it didn't work. So the current political system, the corporate system, the work environment is made to service a population that is desperate. So it's time not to be desperate. So anyway, maybe you watched this, maybe you didn't. I hope that you did. And if you want to kind of go on this journey with me, then I'd be glad to share what I have, my resources and whatnot with you. You're going to have to be patient with me. My life is not consistent, so I can't promise you a video every Tuesday. But my goal is to dedicate 100% of my efforts outside of myself and outside of my home to helping people, to making a difference, to helping people find what works for them and what makes them happy and free. All right, so again, Wendy Middleton, and I'm going to try and post this on my Facebook as well and whatnot. Eat yourself right, eat pretty, eat real. Don't do shit that makes you unhappy and makes you hate yourself and makes you miserable. And look for another video from me about working from home. I will give you links and all of that stuff. All right. So, thank you. And I'll talk to you later.